December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this guppies and purple now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to these guppies and purple now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to these guppies and purple now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Saturday, man. Y'all smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, and y'all know we got Music Monday as well. So pretty much, man, we're just gonna be keeping it pretty smooth and pretty chill here. I'm gonna cover the StockX story for sure that I didn't get a chance to cover on Wednesday. Pretty much, they got like a new head of creative person over there, so we're gonna be talking that. And definitely smash that like button and sub up to the channel as y'all come in and out. Also, the Sold Out Discord, it should be pinned at the top of the comment section. It is free to sign up, so pretty much whenever I don't get content out in time, you can go over there, man. Somebody's probably already posted it if I haven't done it myself. Good community over there, so y'all smash that like button and sub up. Gonna be a very chill stream tonight as well. I'm only gonna be on this joint for like an hour. So like I said, we're gonna be covering the StockX story that I didn't cover. And looks like Nike has a new chief innovation officer. That's gonna be a word that, all honestly, I'm gonna be real, right? This year alone, I'm tired of tariffs and innovation. Tariffs and innovation. Innovation been around longer than tariffs, though. Let me clarify this, as in doing the lives. I'm pretty sure tariffs been around probably way longer than that word. But I say, as far as we've been covering it on the lives, yeah, I'm just kind of like, I just want things to be chill, if that makes sense, man. Y'all let me know if audio and visuals okay. If I seem a little woozy, I'll keep it 100. My sinuses, or whatever you want to call it, my allergies have been acting up. So my nose have been running like, pretty much, I guess you can say slightly. Well, to be honest, I added a new piercing to the kid right here. So it's probably healing too, all that, the above. So pretty much if the kid seemed kind of out of it, yeah, y'all bear with the kid tonight. That's all I'm asking, man. Let me touch the chat before we get the party started. And we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases toward the end of the live. And then, of course, let me see what we actually had drop today, which I don't think there was too much, but I'm just going to go on the sneakers app. I know I'll be dropping the dripper skips, but just to do a quick recap before we get the party started and see if anything's kind of like sitting like. So I know we did get those Nike SB dunks, the Haley Wilson joints, but I knew those were going to sell out because some tells me those are limited. I do see the Air Jordan 5 grapes have loaded. I will talk about this more towards the end of the live, man. I mean, yeah, this is going to be a tough decision for the kid, for sure. Now, we do have the Air Jordan 11 Igloos, the lows that dropped today as well. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm looking at them right now. They're still like available. Women exclusive. Let me check the sizes real quick because it says like, oh, this is a new option too. They have an add to bag on the sneakers app. So I'm assuming, because this was probably an issue before too, and I see that Jordan Brand is slowly making changes, and this probably falls under that innovation right now. So if you look on the sneakers app, there's a buy now option, what we always used to seeing, but there's like an add to bag, so where you can buy multiple shoes. So looks like, and I'm gonna see if I can get the camera to focus on this right here. If you guys can see right here, hopefully I'm holding it correctly. Yeah, there's two options on the sneakers app right now, man. That's crazy because that's definitely new. And again, I don't be in the sneakers app like that, but I do be in it like that because, I use their, I talk about their sneakers. I use it for research purposes. So, yeah, that's crazy. So, you got to add the bag. But let me see if all the sizes are sitting. Yeah, we got a full size run on the Air Jordan 11 low Igloos. I think this is a good shoe for the bull. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to sound like or sell the shoe, but I feel like, honestly, if I was a female sneakerhead, pause on that, okay? Pause. But if I was a female sneakerhead, I think the ladies, this is a nice shoe for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? If you got a boo, I think this is a good shoe for the boo. You know what I'm saying? And not to take shots at people who do like 11 lows. I know I've heard the comfortability and the level on that. So let me touch the chat real quick. See what we got in the building, and we'll get the party started. Y'all let me know if audio and visual is okay because everything is looking good on my end. Also, real quick, I've been low-key, not necessarily stressed out, but kind of on my nerves. My shorts, I noticed that it's been hit or miss with the exposure, as in like the content. It doesn't look how it looks whenever I shoot it, and then when I upload it to the editing software, I think I finally figured it the F out. Now, I know what you're saying. It doesn't look bad, but there's always room for improvement. Anything I do, even if it's good, I look back at it a week from later, a month from now, a year from now, years from now. I'm like, I want to see progress. So my next short, the quality, visual wise, should look better. And yeah, I'm trying my very best on that one. So I'm gonna drop another short probably sometime next week. I'm not gonna drop it now, man. The kid just been trying to be consistent. But yeah, I think I figured that out. Appreciate y'all for being patient and your honest feedback. You know what I'm saying? I know what criticism is. I know what negative criticism is versus like positive criticism, and people who appear to see like they want you to win. So I know how to take that. Pause. No Diddy, but I know how to like take the criticism, in a positive light, But let me touch the chat, see what we got in the building real quick. Divine Photos in the building says, what up? What up, Divine? What up? What up? He says, at Polo, I was looking at the high 85 breads, and more I looked at them, the more I'm like, the 2016 pair is slightly better. Yes, I can say that, but I wouldn't mind having the 2025 like 85 cut. To be 100, and I hope the rumors is true that stateside. I know they dropped overseas. I'm hoping if they and this isn't always true, but I feel like, right, and this is just my opinion. If they got a sneakers that release overseas, we should get one stateside. So I'm hoping that happens. Not saying you're gonna hit, but I feel like they should have definitely produced more pairs, man. That's going to be a shoe that's always going to be a phenomenal shoe no matter how you slice it and dice it. It's a classic and it's timeless, And just to answer or just to, give feedback to how you feel about you saying the 2016 pairs. But I had a 2016 pair. I don't even rock mine like that. I need to put mine more in rotation, but probably back then, though, because they dirty. So that means I was rocking them a lot back then when they came out. I don't know. I would like to do a side-by-side comparison. I know there's probably people who've done the videos and done the, the receipts on that, but I would like to see them myself. I know Wild Boy SK actually got a pair. He actually pulled up locally and got one. Where we at real quick, Manny with the Kick says, what's Gucci sold out family? What up, Manny's? What up, what up? Devon says, what's a good Manny? Manny with the Kick says, Devon, salute 100. Got the New York joint or the Statue of Liberty, if that's what it's called, I believe. And we got SISA in the building, says, what up, what up, what up, what up? Y'all smash that like button as y'all come in and out, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in too, man. But yeah, as far as the breads, 85s, I don't know. I would like to see them before making a decision, you know what I'm saying? And again, either pair is awesome at the end of the day. My 2016 pair, I know I rocked them a lot. You know what I'm saying? They got the glossy joint on the black part of the shoe too. And that, back in the day, that was one of those like how we tell if it's real or not type of thing. And people used to freak out and say, "Are my shoes destroyed?" When no, you just wipe them off and you just lightly damp something, right? Don't go crazy with the water, but just get like a slight little damp and just wipe the joint. You know what I mean? Probably even like a Clorox wipe on that joint, but don't do that because it'll probably bleach your joint. But just like a little bit, like, because I've been having this joint right here, ironically, because, the kid's nose been running. But anyway, just wet the joint and wipe it down, and it should be good to go. It's going to come back, but I mean, that just come with the game. You know what I'm saying? Where we at real quick? Man with the Kick says SISA salutes with the strong arm. Let's see. SISA says, if you were looking for deals, my City Gear just turned into a shoe palace and they're pricing down inventory. Great deals right now as they're moving City Gear inventory out. I would say this, Shoe Palace has been another like hidden gem, this year alone and probably last year. I've gotten a lot of sneakers that sold out quickly on all the other apps through either like Shoe Palace or because I got them online. And what I like, if the shoe sits a little too long on Shoe Palace, like sometimes the shoes will come from like, the next state over. Sometimes the shoes come from all the way from Cali. And obviously if it come from Cali, it takes longer. But yeah, DTLR is another like hidden gem too that you can order and stuff online. So yeah. City Gear, I didn't even think they still had any of those open, but I guess they're transitioning them to Shoe Palaces, which to me, similar store, to a certain extent, but I get it. They want to have, they want to clear out inventory too, because they probably took on, when they probably merged or what have you, or what it is, they probably took on their stock too, and they want to clean up and put their stock in there, because I guess, Shoe Palace may feel like their stock is more current than, say, City Gears, you know what I mean? So yeah, appreciate the info, by the way, SISA. So let's start on the StockX story, and then we'll transition on to the one with Nike's new innovation officer over there. Hopefully, let's see if we get a new innovation officer, right? Does that mean let's just break it down? What's their overall goal? You know, is it to bring a new, and it may be a mixture and a combination of all things, but just food for thought before we even get started. Is it to bring in a new hot product, you know, that we feel like we're missing? Because let's just keep it 100. We getting used to the Travises, bruh. Off-White, RIP to Virgil, they don't really come out like that anymore. Granted, we have seen the Sesame Air Force Ones, like we've seen images, but we don't know when it's coming out. Plus, that's a hard shoe to cop. You know what I'm saying? What do innovation really means for Nike is my question too, and I'll piggyback on that a little bit more towards the end of the live too as I dive in. Manny with a Kick says, I went to Nike outlet and ton of bricks over there. I mean, somebody's brick, your brick may be somebody's gym too. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a gym sneaker. I've seen a lot, and I'm not talking gym as in working out, not saying you can't, but I know I've seen a lot of people, like when I've been out and about, they rocking J's that are readily available, you know? And I could tell them, I'd be like, are they really sneakerheads, or they just, you know, they just pulling up to get the new J's? Because there's some people that still think that's a thing. Like, case in point, and I'm probably about to, you know, go back down memory lane real quick. Somebody was like, literally, whenever they knew I was into collecting sneakers or whatever, they showed me a joint. I looked at it. I was like, yo, what the fuck is that? They're like, yo, it's Jordans. I thought you'd be excited. But, you know, it was like a Team Jordan joint. And I know I've told this story before, so I'm not going to go all the way in on it. But, yeah, I felt like a a-hole because I was like, yo, I should have just said nice shoe and kept it moving. But, I mean, I was like, yo, what the fuck? You know? And that's also, I was much younger, too, man. I feel kind of bad. But, I mean, it come with the game. It come with the game. It's criticism. You know what I'm saying? Hybrid Striker in the building says, what's up? What is the future of Nike and tariffs in China and I'm assuming that's Vietnam? That's a good question. And it's still kind of slotted out there for like in, I guess you can say like La La Land, because if we ask, quote unquote, or we Google what the last thing that, you know, President Trump has said, not to try to bring in politics in this situation, but they're obviously still in negotiations. I would assume, and I'm not saying it's not true, but I mean, that's where we're at. But it's already been proven that like what, 60 to maybe even 70% of all our products, not just sneakers, but just in general, come from one of these places. So I mean, to be honest, I feel like I would have tried to play a different ball game versus just trying to, hey, we're doing this. Cause that kind of hits us more than it hits them. I get it. They can't make money if we're not going to buy the product, but if we're still going to buy the product, they still eating. They still good. It comes back on us, you know? It's how I look at it. Memory Kick says, Polo, what's those, he said, what's those, some X-Man J's? Hey, chill, bro. Nah, I was like, what are those, though? I definitely did that. I mean, I feel bad, but like the person's whole energy and demeanor like changed, and I can honestly say they never showed me like a sneaker or anything ever again, because like they didn't get it. Like I think they think I was being an a-hole, but and I probably was looking back on it, because I could have delivered it a little bit differently. Cause I was like, them Jordans, but them ain't the J's. That's that's literally what I said. Them Jordans, but them ain't J's. Like, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody checking. We can go. I was like, literally, I said, look, and then you know what? Coming, they were like, these joints was. I think they was like, it's like almost $200, and I'm like, yeah, that's a Jordan and Nike. However, it ain't what we sneakerheads is looking for. But they thought they really was on to something. You know what I'm saying? They thought they really was on it. But I mean, again, you got to do your own research. And at the end of the day, I've always said it is preference when people pick these sneakers. I don't never ever say like, if a person get a shoe that I didn't get a shoe, or they're buying a shoe that they like that I don't like, it doesn't mean the shoe sucks, man. And just like we can bring it back to this whole brick situation that Manny just, you know, brought up. He said he pulled up at the outlet, a whole bunch of bricks there. Bricks is in the eye of the beholder, if you ask me, right? And that's just how I feel about it. Again, bricks also could mean where is the Igloo Air Jordan 11 a brick? Because they're a full-size run on Nike right now. on sneakers. That can fall under there too. Doesn't mean it's a bad shoe, but bricks doesn't necessarily. Yeah, that's why I want to say bricks doesn't mean it's a bad shoe. It just means that nobody's buying the joint and it's sitting like bricks. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean it's like a, trash sneaker. And me and Manny, exactly, Polo, appreciate that, Manny. One thing I will say this, it's okay to have some bricks in your collection. Because, my bad, y'all. But it's okay to have some bricks in your collection, mainly because when the weather get bad, or you need to step out and do some dirty work, or you got to, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless you just always gonna be fly, which there are those people, but if you got to do some around the house work, somebody needs you to help you move or XYZ, bro, that's where a brick comes in handy, where you don't care what happens to the shoe. You know what I mean? That's my thing with a brick. So a brick has its place in the sneaker community, if you ask me. Hybrid Striker says Nike have a hard time on the stock numbers. This is true. It's all over the place, and every time I see somebody post the stock numbers, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's in a Discord, and I don't mind that y'all do that. I'm not saying it's an issue, but I'm saying what I do, I always take it with a grain of salt, bro. Like, the stock numbers have been all over the place. Some shoes you can tell that's going to be readily available, and then people say it's a brick, but I'm like, Nike is in that, what they call in the rock and a hard place. If they don't make enough, we the sneakerheads get upset. If they make too many, people say they're a brick. You know what I'm saying? Nike's probably somewhere like, we cannot please you mother truckers. But they know what sneaker to probably limit. Like, case in point, we're anticipating the Travis Scott, Jordan 1 fragment reverses, like reverse lows this year. Again, rumored. That shoe's gonna be limited, and it's gonna feel like limited, even if they make a crazy amount of pairs. It's still gonna feel limited. Hybrid Striker says innovative or innovation. That's the key word, and we're gonna talk about that tonight too. Innovation is that word that's gonna be tossed around a lot. Memory Kick says the stock numbers on the bangers never be accurate. This is true. This is true. Like I said, always take it with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think people are starting to realize that. They say, like, we're hearing X amount of pairs. We're not saying it is X amount of pairs like people used to back in the day. But let me share my screen real quick. Let's get on the StockX story, and then we'll transition on to the Nike story real quick. Share my screen. Boom. You guys should be seeing it. Says, StockX taps frequent Nike LeBron James collaborator Daniel D. And I'm going to say Jesus here, even though I low-key want to say Jesus. But I'm going to say Jesus because I was told if it has the D-E in front of it, it means Jesus. Again, if I'm wrong, feel free to correct the kid down in the comment section. I don't know. I'm saying it off rip. But pretty much he is the head of creative. Krieger joined StockX from entertainment group Full Well Entertainment, and this was from June 2nd. So we're not too far behind because we're just now on the 7th of June. It says StockX has named Daniel D. Jesus Kruger as the new vice president and head of creative. In this role, and that's a thing too. Question for you guys. Is people still buying off of StockX? Short answer is probably yes, but our majority of the sneakerheads buying off of StockX. And before you answer the question, right? If you may not buy, but do we still use StockX for like to see what the current aftermarket is? Because again, not saying you have to buy sneakers on the resale market, but if you do, you want to see what it, I'm gonna give StockX credit where credit is due each and every time, even though I don't really shop there. I'm only shopped there one time. But it says, in this role, the company said he will lead its global creative direction, defining the evolving StockX brand and its application through the brand design, imagery, tone of voice, and overall storytelling. Kruger joined StockX from entertainment group Farewell Entertainment, formerly known as Spring Hill Company, founded by LeBron James and Maverick Carter, where he led creative storytelling, branding for the shop. The Emmy-nominated shoe co-created by Paul Revere and Randy Mims. So he's got an impressive catalog. But you would think somebody like this would probably want to go over to Nike. But again, who's to say the opportunity didn't present itself and or the bag wasn't right? Maybe StockX offered him more of a bag over there. But again, what can he bring to the table is what I want to see that can hopefully, for the people that want StockX to bounce back, you know? I mean, because they're still up. Their sites are still up. And it says, while a full, and keep in mind, we've seen it where they've closed and they've cut people too in Manning and all that as well. I just want to throw that out there. It says, while at Fullwell, he helped it expand beyond a talk show on HBO to a global customer-facing brand that now includes live shows and tours, a man's grooming line, products merchandise, including a collaboration with Nike on LeBron's 21 and the Shop sneaker, which the Shop, I think, is that joint that's on YouTube. I think LeBron is like executive producer or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but I seen like a handful of episodes. And it says, in social media properties, Kruger also created and directed the first spinoff from the Shop, a pilot called House Calls. Interesting. So, interesting. But what can he do to help bring StockX back? I see what you're saying, Manny. I see you. He says, scam X straight trash with the yawn emoji. At one point, it was up there, though. Let's just keep it 100. They had a high, they had everybody booming. But StockX, I feel like, is a victim of you don't bite the hand that feeds you. You know what I'm saying? It's been proven that Nike then was majority of their sales. Now, I don't think that's the case. And I bet you they sure miss it. You know what I mean? But that's that whole, like, all they had to do, in my opinion, was not do, what was it? What's the digital joint they was trying to do? I think that was the straw that broke the camel's back when they was doing the digital version of that joint, like the Nike sneakers and all that. Like, bro, I'm glad that's kind of like came and went as well. I knew that was not going to be a thing, this whole digital market type of shit. And it may be a thing, but not on the level of people was making it out to be like the next like level up. But remember they did their own little digital sneaker that Nike them hadn't even done. It's like, how can you do this and we hadn't even done it yet? And I think they had asked them nicely and politely to take it down, and they doubled down. And here we are. Where we at real quick, Slayer says, what's up, Sneaker Squad? Hybrid Striker says StockX was too greedy of money. This is a fact, yeah. The NFT, yeah, the NFT joints. Yep. The NFT FBS. Exactly. That's what I was talking about and referring to. Thank you, Manny. Those NFTs, that digital like shoe joint, I don't understand it. Like, they said it was a physical version of the shoe, and they said you can get it, but I'm like, I guess you got to take a huge cut on the digital if you want the shoe, So I don't know. It was kind of weird to me. Like, I never got into the NFT market. A lot of people was like excited about it. The digital money is not your money. Like, dog, this is my thing. If you can't pull it out the ATM, and rumors is you could, but you had to take a huge hit. So off mode, but on mode, I had a indirect coworker try to sell me on that stocks and shit, like they knew what they were talking about, and it was cool. But like they showed like the amount of money homie showed me he had on the stock market. I'm like, bro, if you got all that, why you and like that's why I didn't really go into it, because this is my thing. He showed me all this, and I'm like, yo, in my head, and I didn't say this out loud, but I'm like, if you got all that, why you here? But that's just my thought. But it says, before Fullwell Entertainment, Kruger led Nike brand studio at Uninterrupted Media Company, founded in 2014 by LeBron James and Maverick Carter, and oversaw work across LeBron and Kobe's brand as well as Sabrina SSU campaigns. Hopefully I said that correctly. Let's keep the party going here. Hybrid Striker says, NFT was not that serious. It was a big waste of money to invest. That's what I felt from the get-go. And I'm a firm believer. How I grew up, I was told, right? And I'm sure we've all heard this. If anything sounds a little too good to be true, then most likely it is. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it real. And that's all it was to me. Every time I heard people talk NFT, I'm like, I'm going to look into it. But I've always said, if it's too good to be true, 9 times 10, it is. It says, prior to that, during his time at laundry service, now a Wazerman, he led art direction for T-Mobile partnership with the MLB, and that's a Major League Baseball, and helped launch House of Hoops, a collaboration between Foot Locker and Nike. So homie has a very impressive resume. So the thing is, maybe he does have what it takes to go over there and put StockX more out in the forefront and be seen. I mean, we've seen And not to pick on anybody in particular, but we seen other YouTubers do collabs where you could tell where they sponsor. If I had to guess, StockX them gave them a shoe and they had to speak. You know, they had to do a review on it and say "shot from StockX" type of thing with a code type of deal. If I had to guess, now I haven't done one, and I'm not knocking the people who did it, but again, they tried to reach out to the sneaker YouTube community. You know. It says, over the course of his career, he also worked on projects with athletes including Shaquem Griffin, Miles Swashin, Andrew McClellan, Bianca Andrews. It says Diamond D. Shields, A-Rock. I'm not going to read all these joints, but yeah. And then Devin Booker, Kyrie Irving, and LeBron James, among others. Because some of these athletes, the names got very interesting for me, and I didn't want to go there. Slayer says, Scammex scamming. You know that Nike them did take him to court about the authenticity of some of the sneakers too, and I don't think it went too well for StockX. By the way, I think that was a major blow. You know what I mean? It didn't go too well. Nick Carrot, chief marketing officer at StockX, said that in a statement that Kruger's track record speaks for itself. And I agree, like that was an impressive track record. I couldn't have said it better myself. He says he understands the power of brand storytelling and knows what it takes to get a project over the line without sacrificing creative integrity, Carrot said. He says his passion for sneaker and streetwear communities and his deep work with influential voices in culture, sports, and music make him a perfect fit for the team. We're thrilled to have him on board for the next chapter of StockX brand story. So where do they go from here? What can he bring to the table? Let's see. Slayer says, hold that L, Scammex. They definitely got to hold it. You know what I mean? And Nike them, just to be real about it, I don't think they've lost too many lawsuits. You know what I'm saying? I don't think, especially when it comes to the real versus fake, they know what they ordered at the end of the day, and that's probably what it all boils down to. Probably something as simple as like, this is the number of stock here. That what numbers those have? That ain't our numbers. You know what I mean? Again, Nike them probably got their own way of verifying if a shoe is authentic. I would hope. Kruger added that, and they're not going to let it out because of probably trade secret purposes, because if they let it out, somebody's going to duplicate it. That's been going on for years and years now, so they can't really let that out. And I don't really blame them for that. Kruger added that he's been fortunate to spend his career working with brands and people he genuinely believes in. He said, I followed it from the start and watched it grow into a global force, Kruger noted. He says, as a Chicago native, it's especially meaningful to help shape the next creative chapter of the Midwest-born brand. StockX sits at the intersection of sports, music, and entertainment. That kind of cultural relevance doesn't happen by accident, and being part of this, what's next, incredibly exciting. So again, we'll see if they're going to bring anything different to the table. I personally don't, I'm not going to say it's over for StockX, but it ain't hitting the same. And we're going to keep it real. It's not hitting the same. And this is one of those, I know somebody's at the top like, man, we should have just took the NFT shit down and called it a day. And Nike probably would have left them alone. Because think about it. Gotham ain't got hit with their lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? Neither is eBay. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they could even hit eBay for real. You know what I mean? If anything, eBay is like, well, we still going to sell the goddamn product. But, you know, I don't even see how they could even hit that one. They've been doing it for years. But eBay, they even did a collab with eBay. So, I mean, yeah, they on good terms. Where we at real quick. Metal with the Kick says, dead ass Slayer. Hyper Slayer. Striker says, Nike need to buy StockX company. That will fix everything. And then Slayer says, just sue it. Even if they buy it, that's going to say Nike them is entering the resale market. I mean, that's been rumored that's been going on anyway, but this will be like an official, like, hey, they're, you know, the same people that's producing the product has also got it for the resale market. And unless they approach it a different way, which they could, and that's the whole point of what the new guy over there is trying to do for StockX. Slayer says, just sue it. Memory Kick says, Nike records is the same as Mayweather's. Undefeated. There you go. For the people who don't know. So next topic says Nike has a new chief innovation officer. Now this article broke June 4th, so we're not too far behind on this one. So just a few days ago, where we at real quick? Because remember the one guy was retiring. It says Tony Big Nail was promoted to the role, succeeding John Hoke. Remember we talked John Hoke, I want to say on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. If we didn't talk about Wednesday, we talked about Saturday, and here we are. So Nike didn't waste no time filling the slot. Can't knock him. It says Tony Big Nail's promotion to Chief Innovation Officer is expected to help Nike CEO Elliott Hill accelerate the brand's win now action plan. So Nike them plan on bouncing back because let's keep it 100. Nike them took some sell hits. You know what I'm saying? But think about this: if Nike hit it, so did Foot Locker, so did the rest of them. That's why Dick's Sporting Goods bought Foot Locker. You know what I mean? Like they gonna bring it back too. So honestly, it's one of those. Big bank, take little bank, and how patient can you be? Because I feel like the sneaker market not going to be down forever, but it's going to be down probably the remainder of the year. And to be honest, it's kind of been on a downward spiral since 2022, if we going to keep it real. And here we are in 2025. We're knocking on what? That's almost 3 years. So yeah, 2023, 2024, 2025, right? So probably, yeah, right around this time is whenever stuff's trying to like die down in 2022, you know? So we'll see how it goes. It says Nike Incorporated has a new chief innovation officer. That's that key word we're about to hear all night. Mentor Kick says run it up. Appreciate it, Manny's. Tony Big Nail, the vice president for running footwear, has been promoted to chief innovation officer. He will report to Phil McCartney, executive vice president, chief innovation, design, and product officer. According to an internal memo, it says obtained by Foot News, Big Nail has started transitioning into his new role in partnership with John Hoke. So he's partnership with John Hoke. So John Hoke, I think he's not officially off the books until like November timeframe. So with that being said, they got somebody in there quickly, so John's going to show him what he's been doing. And then this new guy here that's going to be taking his slot here, which we said is Tony Big Nails, he's pretty much going to bring his own thing to the table too. But he's got to see what Hulk has done and start from there. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. And I think they can pull it off. You know, again, this is not just Nike them falling off or needing to revamp things, because they do. But we also got the state of the economy as well, right? I'm not going to go into politics tonight, but that's something you got to think in the back of your mind where a lot of stuff is sitting for real. I mean, how many people really got it? And I'm not counting nobody's pockets, because I assume people got it, but we're spending wisely. You know, we're trying to anyway. Hybrid Striker says, what is Nike's plan for the next 5 years? Looks like they're still in development of that right now. You know what I'm saying? This is the win now plan that they got going on. So it is going to be very interesting. I'm very curious how the next 2 years will be, because think about it. Elliott Hill just entered the building, last year? I want to say, right? And now he's, revamping the team. We'll see how his, as we get to November and December, how those rollout goes. Because by then, we should start to see some, because he'll be in the chair for at least over a year already, to the best of my knowledge, And I know he's worked with Nike in the past. Where we at? Slayer says, start with lowering Nike shoes, bruh, or big Nike sales. I would assume sales, because I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I ain't seen them bring a price of a shoe down. I've only seen it go up. So, to look like the good guy, if I was Nike, what I would do, bring in some sales, bring in some great deals. You know what I'm saying? Which it looks like they're doing that, because as this innovation role, that's what we think of. Like, just like I showed you guys here on the sneakers app, which I'm looking at right now, there is a new option in there, by the way. There's a buy now and there's an add to bag where you can buy multiple items, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, how it used to be set up, like you would have to get one transaction, do another transaction. Now you can do it all in one transaction. That's actually pretty cool. Now, I don't know if that's for all the products, but I know it is for these Air Jordan 11 lows. Let me see if we just see what else is in here, if that's the same option. Yeah, that's a new option, because even those Air Jordan 1 high rubies, they're still available. The Rare Air is still available. They got the Volt joints, the foam posits, those are still available. The Carmelo joints, the Air Jordan 12s, still available. A lot of stuff is still sitting, by the way. You know what I mean? They even still got the Nautica joints, the Drake joints on here. They still, which we're not surprised to see that. Where we at real quick? Paul Rodriguez is on here now. Let me see, but they don't have my size, I bet. Yeah, man size 5 or woman size and 6.5. So those eventually will sell out. I was about to get excited and cop a sneaker on live, yo. No cap. Let me get back to the article real quick. It says, Hope, the departing chief innovation officer, is a 33-year veteran at Nike and is retiring. He will stay on through October. Yeah, so pretty much from now until October, he's going to get the new guy spun up. Big nails, you know. It says, mandate is to advance the vision of the Advanced Innovation Collective across Nike's portfolio of brands, sports, products, and platforms. So pretty much, yeah, he's got some big shoes to fill. And probably somebody that, you know, it's time for them to step up, you know, and maybe they will. He says he has 30 years experience as a product designer, developer, and innovation visionary. Most recently, he led the footwear innovation team for 9 years and played a role in creating new footwear platforms such as Next Percent, which I'm not a fan of that Next whole little stuff where that environment friendly, where you don't get the paper, you just get the shoe in the box. That's it, and it's supposed to be made out of recycled materials. Not hating, but I haven't seen that in a while. But apparently, this is guys responsible for that. We got the Vapor Max, React, and the Joyride. Now, the Reacts did kind of do well, and I will say, from what I'm hearing, the Reacts, super comfortable shoe and very durable and great for working out as well. If I'm thinking of the right shoe. He says he was also part of the core team leading Breaking 2, a project aimed at breaking the 2-hour marathon barrier. Big Nell, let's see, also superheaded a reset of Nike's marketing for running footwear, diving gains, and customer engagement. So pretty much he's got a good, impressive resume too. And of course they're gonna, when your guy takes a new role, you're gonna obviously want the person to look good. You know, my thing is what did he drop the ball at and bounce back from though? You know, because I'd assume everybody has a bad day at work, myself included. I drop the ball all the mother trucking time. But I always pick it back up and I'm still going to try to run it in for, you know, a touchdown. And some days you just got to take the L and go at it again for a better day. So, I don't know. I like to always do a comparison, to be honest. It says there have been a number of recent executive changes at Nike following Elliott Hill's appointment as CEO last October. So keep in mind, he's knocking on a year come October, but he still hasn't been at it for a year. Elliott is absolutely the best choice for the position, and I'm so happy to see the brand make the right decision and put him in the job. Matt Powell, advisor in Spurwink River and senior advisor at BCE Consulting, told Foot News at the time. He has all the qualities that are necessary to help the brand turn around. He has deep experience. He has deep experience with both U.S. and global. He understands the culture. He knows the retailers. And case in point, one thing he's also done, to the best of my knowledge, is remember Amazon wasn't selling on Nike for a minute. Now I think they're starting to revamp that up. Nike them back on like we trying to get it. We trying to get it by any means. And I'm not mad at that. That's what you're supposed to do. Grind it out and hustle it out. I don't know why they left Amazon to begin with. Which that may be a whole separate live one in itself. Divine Photo says, smash that like button on the way in. Most definitely appreciate that. And on the way out as well, man, because I'm going to be on this joint for like another 10 minutes. If you guys can tell, my allergies are through the roof. And I am literally like, I'm just, I just need to lay down. But we're going to push it through, though. We're going to keep grinding. That's what we do over here, man. If you don't work, you don't eat. That's my whole saying. You know what I'm saying? Where we at real quick? Says some of those shifts include last month promotion of Amy Mungang, which we did cover that as a Nike brand president, and McCartney's promotion to chief innovation design and product officer. At the same time, the company disclosed that Heidi O'Neill, president of consumer product and brand, will be retiring, and Tom Clark, who was strategic advisor to the CEO and members of the senior membership team, took on the new role of Chief Growth Innovations Officer. So the word here we're going to take away from this whole live, innovative, which in my way, how I look at it, it's a nice way to say changes are coming. Now, this is my thing. It's probably going to be changes in how, obviously we see a price increase. But this is my thing, Nike. If we're going to see price increases, can we see quality increases with it? You know what I'm saying? Don't sell us the same shit and raise the prices. Now, I will say they have been kind of doing it, but kind of not. So, case in point, with all the 11s, one of the biggest things that I've noticed that's happened is, and we've all noticed this, by the way, it's something simple, is we have the high patent leather cut versus having that low patent leather cut. If you got an old pair of J's and a new pair of J's of 11s, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So it looks like they're redoing all those in a high patent leather cut. But another hidden gem and issue with the 11, that if you, honestly, we shouldn't know this or notice this, but us sneakerheads notice this, right? That little toe crease on this, and one wear. I'm talking one wear. That patent leather is unforgiving. It's durable as far as you can get it wet. If you wear them in the rain, you good. That mesh will hold up. But as far as like when you can tell when somebody don't have their 11s for a long time, and you can tell somebody who, let me put it this way, ain't nobody finna wear 11 for like 1 or 2 times and then try to pass it off as new. Because all you got to look in that toe box corner on the inner side of the toe box joint is creased every time after, one walk. You know what I'm saying? Them joints are just unforgiving. But I still rock with them though. I don't want to sound like I'm hating or smashing or trying to diss the shoe or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? It's still a dope shoe at the end of the day. And yes, I would still like the Gammas. It says the company is expected to disclose Big Nail's successor shortly, according to the one individual familiar with those plans. It says the flurry of executive moves are believed to be a part of Hill's effort to accelerate Nike's progress against the Win Now action plan, which was developed in December. The strategy is based on new priorities centered around 5 fields of play, 3 countries, and 5 cities. So we've covered that a lot, right? Okay. The Slayer says, that does it. I said, I'm finna write a complaint letter to Nike. What you gonna say, bruh? What you gonna say? This is my thing. Nike, they're doing their thing. And you got, at the same time, you got to give him time to get in there and make the proper changes. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Nike, if y'all gonna be raising the prices, I get it. It's because of the tariffs, and everybody's like, well, blame the tariffs and you know who. But at the same time, y'all mother truckers still ain't paying what you paid, for the shoe. But I get it. Nike them is probably so far gone as far as in investments and buildings and this, that, and the third. It was just made the sense of just raising stuff $10 to $15 more or $5 here and $10 there. We don't notice, but we notice. So, and then this last little article real quick, I'm going to touch on it just for a quick second, then we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases. It says, Nike have a new chief innovation officer, and he's a veteran Swoosh employee. So, again, this guy's worked there before, and I'm not going to read through this whole joint, but it's just a little short little article. I'm going to just read through it real quick. Hopefully, I can cover this one. It says, there has been plenty of shakeups at Nike Beaverton headquarters under the new CEO, Elliot Hill, who's destined to get the brand back on track. The latest is the information of a fresh chief innovation officer, which is CIO, Tony Bignail, who has taken over for John Hoke, which we kind of covered that. It says currently CIO Hoke is 33-year Nike employee. He started with the Swoosh in 1992 as a chief design officer, holding the position for 15 years before he was appointed to CIO in 2023. He will stay on board as one Boberman Drive until October and help with the transition. That's all he's going to be doing, right? Big Nail's appointment has been officially announced by Nike, but has made headlines after an internal memo was obtained by Foot News. Big Nail began his journey with Nike in 1996 before departing in 2001, after which he rejoined again in 2003. He has held positions across running, performance, innovation, which we're going to hear that word all night, and most recently occupied the role of VP of Men's Sports Performance Footwear, which he began in 2020. Big Nail has played a part in bringing to life innovation footwear with Joyride, VaporMax, React, and Nike and Next Percent, or that next, like, I guess the environment friendly joints. Most notably, he was part of the Breaking 2 team, a project which saw Nike's attempt to succeed in breaking the 2-hour marathon barrier. Nike are sure to make an official announcement soon, so stay locked here and keep it updated. So pretty much that's going to wrap up the live. Let's talk upcoming sneaker releases. Main one I've seen on here right now is those Great Fives. I'm on the fence about these. I want to throw it out there. While it does have a Nike check on there, I had the Great Fives before, but I had the ones with the Jumpman on the back. And I ended up selling them joints. And then remember they did the Bel Air joints, the Fresh Prince of Bel Air joints, and they had no holes for the shoestrings. Those I was not a fan of, So we've seen this shoe time and time again. Can it hit again, though, is my thing. Will it hit or will it sit? Devon says, I agree, Polo. If you're going to increase the prices because of tariffs, make the products better. Exactly. Give us better quality. Give us what we pay for. Hybrid Striker says, meh, not a must-have easy pass. I can see that. And that's why I feel I'm on the fence. I don't know. I really don't know. Now, back in the day, I would have said hell yeah. And these are supposed to be slotted for June 21st. What else we got? The Ferrari 14s. They're supposed to come June 14th. I'm on the fence about these as well. I don't hate them, but it is different from the average 14 because we don't have that. Like, this is all smoothed out versus what we're used to seeing, those rib cages in the 14s. Now, I will say the 14s are comfortable, but we'll see. We got a price of $200 on that. I did see the people who did respond to like my monthly upcoming sneaker releases. And a lot of people said they chilling this month. And, I can see that. I may be on it with you as well. You know what I'm saying? Just chill, give the pocketbook a break, and just recover for what we got coming next month. You know what I mean? Because right now, I don't see anything that really wows me. Now, these Air Jordan 5 my years, they're supposed to drop too in June, but we don't have a slotted date. Rumors was they were supposed to actually drop, if I'm not mistaken, this upcoming Saturday, but it didn't drop. Like, they were supposed to be slotted for this week, but I'm assuming, as you can see, it's not been up on My Year's website or sneakers, so they got pushed back. That's a gimme. I don't hate them, but I don't love them. But I will say that inside that velvet joint is probably most likely comfortable, So we'll see. And we already had the women igloos joints. They already dropped. That's today. So pretty much that's the main drops that we got, to my best of my knowledge. Let me put myself back on the main screen. Any other things that you guys think that I missed out on that you guys want to contribute to? But it's going to be a very interesting month. I think it's going to be quiet for the most part. Doesn't mean we're not going to get some shock drops, though. We could easily get some shock drops, and I'm all for that. We've had restocks happen as well. What do we have? We had those, what's the joint? The Union LA joints. We had a restock on the Union LA joints, but I wasn't too crazy about those. We do have the Air Jordan 3 Negos. They're still available as well on here. That's crazy. I thought everybody was going crazy for his product. You know what I'm saying? Not to take shots at him. Let's see. Where else we got? So we got a lot of stuff still sitting. I hate to even... and this is just on the Sneakers app. So if Sneakers app got stuff sitting, just imagine what some of the foot stores got sitting. So if you guys are out and about, it doesn't hurt to, hit a little, run and see what's up. Spin the block, see what's up. But... other than that, let me see real quick if we got any other stuff that I missed as far as upcoming sneaker releases, and then we'll wrap this thing up here. We're coming right at the hour mark. Where we at? I did see the Foamposite QS sale. Those are coming next week. Let's see where we are real quick. I know I'm not sharing my screen right now. I'm just kind of glancing. Yeah, nothing major. I did see there's supposed to be a Nike SB Dunk Red Stardust coming, but I mean, for the most part, and I know there's another Nike SB Dunk coming. Yeah, nothing that's really like a wow me. Now, I will say this. I don't know if this is true, but I'm going to share my screen on this one. Rumors is there's supposed to be Tyler, the Creator. It's supposed to be a Converse collab. Me personally, not for me, but for the people who are diehard, like Tyler, the Creator fans, maybe so. But yeah, not for me. I'll leave it there. Yeah, it looks like he's got a full size, different colors all going on. They look like a casual sports, like, gentleman's shoe, But yeah, now these ones right here, these may hit where it got the actual shoestrings and stuff. These are probably going to be the most limited two pairs, you know what I mean? We got the foam posit triple white, supposed to be slotted. Where else? Grapes, fives, we already talked about that. So yeah, very interesting, man. So, but again, overall though, June, quiet month for the most part. And like I said, I'm for one, let me put myself back on the main screen. I'm not mad at it at all, man. It's about, when I can, I like to stack my bread too. So again, I may go for some stuff, I may not, man. It just depends on how all I'm feeling, man. But yeah, anything in particular you guys looking for as we get ready to wrap things up here? I just hit that hour mark. Appreciate everybody for coming through, showing love, being active in the chat. Really means a lot for the kid. Hybrid Striker says, I only see week release sneakers. Again, not the best month. I'll say that. So not the best month at all. I assume July we're probably gonna get hit with some heat. But yeah, not the best release month. I'll give you that. But yeah, let's wrap things up here for the night. Y'all definitely smash that like button, sub it to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already. Of course, y'all know, my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, and y'all know we got Music Monday. I should be back live again on Monday with another Music Monday, hopefully feeling better and not sounding as like stopped up, so to speak. But anyway, man, appreciate everybody for coming through. Sub it to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, sign up for that sold out Discord. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys again on Monday. And I am officially out this thing, man. So yeah, y'all definitely smash the like button, and yeah, peace.
December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. fucking remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to these guppies and rebel now. Fuck this door, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high. I can touch a skin if I die at night. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while.